Chapter number 3 is production planning and control. Production is a process where the raw materials is converted into semi-finished goods or final goods, thereby adding value to the utility of products, which can be measured as difference between the values of inputs and values of output. The main objective of production function is to produce the goods and services demanded by the customer in the most efficient and economical way. The aim of production planning and control is to provide an understanding to the basic concepts in the area of production planning. According to William, planning is the function of looking ahead, anticipating various difficulties, and taking steps to remove the cause that materialize. Production planning is concerned with the determination, acquisition, and arrangement of all the facilities necessary for the future operations or production. Now, these are various objectives of production planning. Production planning can be divided into two parts. First is production planning, and next is production control. And together it is production planning and control. So, objective of production planning is to plan, to provide various resources, to inform the managers, to maintain the hierarchy of the operations, to determine the capacity of production, to translate the orders into realities, to find ways and means so that smooth production is there, and to coordinate between the various departments. The level of production planning. There are three levels. One is factory planning, process planning, and operation planning. At factory planning, at this level of planning, the sequence of work task is planned in terms of building machines and equipment required for manufacturing the desired goods and services. Process planning. In process planning, operations are located and the sequences of operations in the production process is determined. Operations planning, it is concerned more with the planning the details of methods required to perform each operation, namely selection of work centers, designing of tools required for various operations. Now, what is importance of production planning? It gets everyone's inputs, it evaluates and refines various ideas from everyone in the department, it analyzes the market, it establishes the timeline. How to produce or how what is the procedure of production planning? First is to determination of the targets. Set the target for production for the planning period, keeping in mind the post experiences, production capacity, production facilities such as building, plants and equipments, manpower, etc. Next is collection and interpretation of informations. Collection of data regarding available raw materials, machineries and equipments, capital market characteristics, etc. Next is developing plans. Various production plans are developed, such as production policies, programs, budgets, sales budgets, etc. Putting plans into operations. Necessary instructions are issued to the concerned foremen and executions to the convert plans into the final production. And last is follow-up actions. So the results are collected at the time of end and the execution plans may be analyzed and compared with the past records. So what is the procedure of production planning? First of all, you have to determine target, then collect the information, develop the plan, put the plan into the operations and then take follow-ups. Now, one concept is APP, that is aggregate production planning. Aggregate planning is that particular plan that involves production process. This operation activities must be presented to the management in order to inform them about what resources and what materials are engaged. Aggregate planning must have a time period of 2 months to 18 months before the production. The objectives are to determine the resources, to calculate the capacity, analyze the project demand and adjust capacity to meet the demand. The advantages of aggregate production planning. First is resource allocation is nicely done. There are less overproduction risk. It minimizes the staffing fluctuations. The disadvantages of aggregate production planning includes it is less flexible and it is that way a waste of time. Alternatives for managing demand and supply. Now, there are two alternatives. First is Reservation of capacity. One method used to manage the demand is to moderate and shift the excess demand out of a busy period to the future period without completely losing it. Influencing demand. Another method to manage the demand is to influence the demand during a particular period through some mechanism and some induced customer involvement. Shift the demand to other period when there is no demand. Now, what are various alternatives for managing supply? We have seen alternatives for managing demand. Now we will see alternatives of managing supply. There are again two types: inventory based alternatives. Matching the demand with the supply could be done in four ways using inventory. One is to build inventory during periods of lean demand and consume them during the periods of high demand. Next also is capacity augmentation alternatives. Another option for organization is to address the supply demand mismatch is to augment its capacity. Capacity can be augmented by subcontracting or outsourcing a part of the requirement during a period. Next important concept is MPS, that is Master Production Schedule. It can be defined as a master production schedule, that is MPS, is the plan that a company develops for production, inventory, staffing, etc. It is set the quantity of each and every end item to be completed in each week of planning horizon. The objectives of MPS, that is objectives of master production schedule, are keeping the inventories intact, setting up the due dates, and maintaining properly customer delivery promises. The function of MPS includes translate aggregate plan, that is aggregate production planning that we have done. So translate aggregate plan into specific and end items. Evaluate the alternative schedules and generate material requirement and capacity requirements. The advantages of MPS: it helps to smooth the demand signal, it protects the lead times and helps future the deliveries. It acts as a single communication tool to the business. It helps in supply chain prioritize requirements and helps to stabilize the production. Next concept is capacity planning. Capacity planning is the first step when the organization decides to produce more or new products. Capacity planning should be done keeping following things in mind. One is flexibility of production or flexibility of operation, cost of maintaining the capacity, organization's vision and objectives, assessment of existing capacity, forecasting capacity needs based on the organization objectives. Capacity planning, there are three types: short term, medium term, and long term. So, short term may be day to day, medium term may be 1 year or 5 year, and if it is more than 5 years, then long term capacity planning is done. Capacity planning, various strategies. If you are going to design a long term capacity planning strategy, then there should be multiple products, phasing in capacity and phasing out capacity. These are three strategies. Short term capacity strategies, you should take care of various backlogs, that backlog should not be there, and inventory should be maintained properly. Now, capacity planning, how to achieve this capacity planning? The procedure is like this. First of all, capacity requirement planning, that is CRP, is to be done. Then MRP, that is material required planning. Then MRP2, that is material resource planning. And finally, distribution requirement planning, that is DRP. These are the cycle of capacity planning. Now, what are the importance of capacity decision? It is having tremendous opportunities, balance cost of over and under capacity, it major determinants of initial cost, and it involves long-term commitment. We have seen what do you understand by production planning. Next part is what do you understand by production control. Now you have done planning. Now according to planning, the things are going or not, that you have to do, or you have to monitor through the controlling part. So production control is the art and science of ensuring that all which occurs in accordance with the rules established and instructions issued. Production control system contributes to the efficient operation in a plant. In terms of manufacturing customers' order, production control ensures a more positive and accurate completion and delivery of time. There are three elements of production control: control of planning, control of material, and control of tooling. Now, there are three factors that affect the production control: nature of the production, nature of the operation, and magnitude of the operations. Why to study production control? For better service to the customer, less overtime work, more efficient use of equipment, more effective purchasing, and less work stoppage that can be achieved with the production control. Next part is routing and loading. What do you understand by routing? Routing may be defined as the selection of path, that is route. Selection path or routes over which each piece is to travel, that is each product is to travel and is being transferred from raw material into finished goods. What is the process of routing? Analyze the product is done in the first instance. It is necessary to determine the purchase of materials and processes which are to be transformed according to the planning. While determining the routes, the analysis of type of material is done. The processes and essential element and their logical sequences are to be determined before routing is determined. What are various advantages of routing? It improvement in quality at low cost, good supervision possible, improvement in labor efficiency, and proper use of machineries can be achieved. Now, what is loading? After establishment of after establishment of route, the next function is loading of work against the concerned machines and equipments. Loading deals with the amount of work assigned to a machine or worker. The person concerned with these loading functions must be up to date in keeping all the records of the workload and capacity of each machine and shop. The total time required to complete the workload is computed multiplying the unit operation time given to the standard process sheet by the number of parts planned for the workstation. If a machine is overloaded, the action on any one or more of the following lines may be taken: arrangement of overtime work, subcontracting of the excessive workload, transfer of some of the operations to the another shop or machines which is being underutilized, and introduction of additional shifts. We have seen loading, we have seen routing. Now next is scheduling. What is scheduling? Job scheduling consists of assignment assignment of starting and completion of times for various operations that to be performed. Factors to describe job shop scheduling problem. There are two types of patterns. One can be static pattern, another can be dynamic pattern. Static pattern: in jobs arrives an idle shop and must be scheduled for work. Dynamic means intermittent arrival. Dispatch is simple. The dispatching function involves the actual granting of permission to be produced according to the plan already laid down. Dispatching functions. Type of dispatching can be centralized dispatching and decentralized dispatching. In centralized dispatching, there is one uniform department or selection in the factory. It issues instructions to each and every machine or working center in the factory. Decentralized dispatching, it is done in two levels. The first level is the dispatching section and another level is foreman. Last part is follow-up. Follow-up is the branch of production control producers which regulates the progression of material and pass through the production process. Follow-up serves the catalytic agents to fuse the various separate unrelated production activities into unified whole, that means progress. It endeavors to see what is promised and backed by the performance. So after that, demand forecasting concept is there, that we will see in another chapter.